Hello, hello. Even though nobody's on. Um, it's cold. It is very, very cold. Yes, very much. So, just got off the phone. What was it? A little over 3 hour phone call. In the middle of hanging out with the grandbabies and my woman. And somebody that I won't name his name decided to give me a call. No joke, just hilarious. Ended up being on the phone with this guy for freaking 3 hours. 3 hours. I don't think he planned on being on the phone with me for 3 hours. Wait, I don't understand what you're saying. It doesn't even show that there's anybody on here. Who are you? That's weird. Okay, hey man. It doesn't show a like. Maybe you're talking about on something else. But what's weird is they're not showing anything. Um, you got a green screen. That'd be awesome. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. What were you trying to say? Tube, I do VR gaming. I have a green screen camera mic, and it's pretty fun. No joke. Good luck. Okay. Cool. Um, no. Oh, now it shows somebody's there and a thumbs up. Cool. Um, no. What was so funny is, I'm not gonna mention the guy's name. I'm hoping to do a live stream with him here in a while. Um, but it's so funny. This guy just gives me a call, out of the blue, and I don't know how anybody else is, but there's no way I get on the phone and plan on to talk to somebody for 3 hours, let alone will talk to somebody for 3 hours. This guy calls me, and I mean, I just got off the phone with him, I think like 20 minutes ago. Um, he calls, and it's just like, it didn't even feel like we were on the phone for 30 minutes. Seriously. Talking with him, seeing what he understands of what I'm trying to talk about and the truth that he's found and how hard it was for him to find truth and all the stuff that he's gone through and done to find the truth that he has, but then listening to what he understands biblically and all sorts of other ways and how he talks and says, kind of insane. All right, I think I labeled this Q&A. So what do you guys want to talk about? And until then, I guess I'll just keep yapping. But yeah, just really insane. Nobody talks to anybody for 3 freaking hours. I talked to this dude for 3 hours and it didn't even seem like it. And to talk to somebody that understands what you believe and the truth that you've come to find, and you realize that he understands that same truth, let alone actually understands it a lot more than you do and is trying to share his knowledge with you. I, I don't know. I've been somebody, my father was never really around. The father that I did have around was what it was. So I've always had to find that as a younger person. Never felt like I needed to find that as an older person. Not to say that I do now. But listening to the knowledge that this guy had to throw down, that he is willing to talk to me about and tell me about, and actually have his understanding or caring to actually show me something, was really refreshing and really awesome for somebody that's just trying to find as much truth as they can and share it with as many people as they can. It was really just, sometimes you can talk to somebody and you're like, that's an hour I can never get back of my life. Well, I just spent 3 hours talking to this guy, and I don't think I could have found as much truth or understanding through 20 people, through 20 hours, 200 hours is what me and him got down back and forth in 3 hours. And that's magnifico, if you can understand what I'm saying. All right, well, come on. We got some people on here. What do you guys want to talk about? Come on. Somebody's got to have something here. Come on. You're sitting here watching my channel. You got to have something you want to talk about. Oi, oi, oi. How are we ever going to get anybody to want to listen if we don't have anything to talk about? Hello. Alright. Hit the thumbs up. Give us a conversation. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's do this. People click on, click off. Come on. If we don't have something to talk about that's not interesting, we're not going to get... Oh, here we go. What do you mean we can't tap on the main video? What does that mean? I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm new at this. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. What do you mean you can't type on the main video? Okay, so what do you want to talk about? What do you mean no comment section? It's not coming up for you when you make a comment because I'm seeing comments come up. Okay, mass immigration. All right. Well, mass immigration is insanity. Because not for me. Mass immigration, if we want to get into that, that's a good topic. Why in the hell would you want a whole bunch of people coming to your damn country that don't even agree with what you agree with? And here's the thing is, they don't have people coming from countries that really are speaking our language or this or that. And yeah, we've had many people throughout our history. And yes, immigration is a big and great thing for our country. It 100% is. But when you have such an increase of mass immigration of a population, like if you have 1 to 2% of your population coming in slowly that is immigration, there is a very small center of them that will stick with their own culture, which I have no problem people sticking with their, their culture, their roots, all of that, no problem. But when you have such a big chunk and they come over and take over an area, and then you have groups that never have to actually thumbs up, that never actually have to assimilate into what our culture is, because we're all immigrants. We all came here for a very real reason, and that and they say in the beginning the main reason was to get away from freaking to literally get away from sorry. I just had such a long, mind-blowing conversation for the last 3 hours. Going into something else is a little bit hard. But to have such a mass immigration of people that aren't gonna, assimilate into what you're trying to do, what your culture is, and what we are. Yes, we are all people that came here of different faiths, this and that, but we literally came here to get away from being prosecuted or what. I know I'm a little off pronunciation on that. Persecuted from where we came from because of our faith, this, that, or that, and we came here to have that and build that ourselves, and we built it into what we have. And then you have people that somehow have got elected into our damn government that are actually changing everything and trying to weed us out. And I don't mean they're trying to weed out white people. I mean they're trying to weed out the people that make this country what it is. 100%. More than anything, and that is the biggest problem. The elites have made it to where they live is so messed up, and they've done that to bring them here. Why would a whole bunch of people that are military fighting age, that were willing and able to do things and protect their loved ones, their family, their women, their children, and they'd come here and leave their children there? Those aren't the type of men we want. Excuse me. If you're a decent type of man that wants better for you and your family and your future, you would come here with your family. And they're not coming here with their family now, are they? They are not. So what does that show you? We're bringing in 80 to 85% base of military age fighting men into our country as they genderify our children and try to teach them that it's okay, whether you're a boy or a girl and you believe in this or that and you can be this. And you know what? If a kid wants to grow up and be gay, that's up to them. That's fine. And in no way do I think that anybody should be discriminated. Sorry, it's been a long night already. Against who and what they are, for any reason. But for you to tell me that 1, 2, 3% of the population gets to be put on a pedestal, that they are the newest, greatest thing ever, and this is what the future is. Yeah, you see some sick videos, you see what the hell I'm talking about, you'd be real disturbed, mate. And that we're supposed to sit there and go, okay, this small little percentage right here gets to literally destroy the rest of our population. Not to say that will be able to destroy the rest of our population, but I don't think mixing cultures in any way is a bad thing. But we've made a culture in this country for us to have the values that we have and to care and think and love for us that we have, our culture. But the thing is, our culture isn't just Christian, this, that, the other thing. Our culture is who we are as Americans, that we all love each other, that we're all trying to perpetuate our feelings and our abilities of what we love and what we want for our nation and for our children and for what our children to have a future. I think there is no problem mixing cultures. But when you do bring in a culture and you bring in more than, I'm seriously, 1-2% at a time, that's okay. It has to be in small doses. Because if you bring in a 5% culture and within, a decade, you bring in 5% of a whole different culture that hates your culture completely, that's a really bad thing, because you're going to have pockets of things that do not ever learn your language, do not ever try to even assimilate into our culture. And with that does not... I really don't care. You're on here and you're not American. I don't care. I would like it that you believe in Jesus Christ, but even if you don't, I don't care. Do you believe in prosperity and people doing what they should to perpetuate their... Good. Look, I don't care if somebody's American. I understand that our country is run, or not run, but has built off of immigration. Well, if you're Australian, I consider you more American than English. And you're a hell of a lot more badass, that's for sure. No, so have they taken all your guns in Australia? No, no, and Australians, you guys are badass, man. Fuck, you guys really live in the bush. Um, which is funny that you guys call it the bush and it's not even really. Yes, exactly, and that's what I laugh. There's so many people from are like, dude, do not let them take your guns. Trust me. You even have old ladies and old men that are like, do not. You want to laugh? What do you want me to make you laugh about, girl? Your little teddy bear always makes me laugh. Don't forget, thumbs up, people. No, I mean, just the insanity of everything that they try to tell you that people just will listen to virtue signal for one little thing, and they don't see that one little thing that people stand up for, and we're gonna fight and rah rah rah, this and that, and then it literally screws up 10 other things. Yeah, I bet Australia was the bomb till they took all your guns away. What the hell are you supposed to do when a dingo tries to steal your baby? Well, don't worry, I won't have these beautiful curls and it doesn't even look all that well. I'm taking care of it today. But don't worry, some beautiful little girl somewhere is gonna have these beautiful curls one day. Hopefully, very soon. I'm getting sick of them. So, yeah, I'm not stupid enough to donate this to Locks of Love. So, for whatever reason, anybody on here that actually knows somebody, like a little girl with cancer or anything that actually needs hair, hey, I'm not going to pay for it to be put in a wig. I'm sorry. But if anybody actually does know somebody that would want the hair and would be able to actually turn it into a wig for somebody that actually deserves it and needs it, hit me up. Because I have not made any decision or anything about that. So that's up to all you guys watching right now. If you come across anybody or know of anybody, like I said, I'm not going to be paying for it to be put in a wig, but I will donate the hair that I've been spending forever to grow for them. All right. Do we still want to talk about my hair, or do we have something else to talk about? What do we got, people? Do you want me to put it into a ponytail so it doesn't distract you? I put it into a ponytail on another feed, and this chick got on, where did all your curls go? And she's so funny. And back to immigration. All right. So obviously we need immigration, but we don't need it in the aspect and the form that we're getting, of where we're getting so much immigration from one area. We need small immigration from all sorts of areas. When you get a whole bunch of immigration from just yeah, well, I wouldn't mind that, especially you. Get your ass over here. When we have so much immigration from just one area, especially an area that is mainly Muslim and freaking Christian hating people that we're bringing over here. If anybody knows about anything that's going on in these Muslim areas, if you go back 10, 20, 30 years, you're talking about 200,000, 500,000 freaking Christians that lived in these areas. And then you're talking about there's only, 50,000 or 100,000 Christians there, and they're being persecuted, they're being killed, they're being all this. And then we're bringing in, oh, 100%, we're being set up. And the saddest part is nobody's even seeing it for what it is. No, you didn't miss too much, don't worry. But that we bring in, so much of these people that we really don't need here, that really hate us, and the only thing they want to come here and do is take advantage of us. And you want to come here, and you see these dudes, they come here, they have 3 or 4 wives, and they have each one of their wives getting benefits, and they have 3 or 4 kids each, and you're like, okay, what about the person that never had any kids, that is American, that is paying their damn taxes every single freaking day and for their whole damn lives, and they've never really asked for anything back, and then these people come here that never gave anything, their ancestors never gave anything, and we're supposed to freaking take care of them? That's not how it's supposed to work. But yes, immigration, that, da, 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 bring that over. Yes, sometimes you got to help people out. Yeah, and you know what's even funnier is what they laugh is you hear all of a sudden, all the time the elites say, hey, we're overpopulated, we're over this, we're over that. And it's like, okay, if we're all of that, why do you want to bring all those people over here to where, like, what? And that's the whole thing. It's this double standard of them virtue signaling to actually make you just fall into line and be like, okay, well, I feel bad for the immigrants, let's help them out. And then you get to the point of, well, there's too many people, let's deal with it. Yeah, I have no idea. How the hell did they take your Aussies' guns? I thought you guys were the craziest fucks ever. False flags. Yep, like what they've been doing here. That makes sense. And, that's the funniest thing is, why has nobody invaded the United States? Huh. Let's see. Oh, most of us all have guns. That's why. And, here's the funny thing is, like, this was one of the last frontiers. Hey, Australia was probably the last frontier until America, kind of. Except they dropped all their prisoners off, which made them a really badass country. Yeah, did they come door to door? Yeah, for real. Did they come door to door for your guns? That's a good question, girl. Good job. We're waiting on you, bro. But yeah, it's all about false flags. I mean, that was one of like greatest videos. I mean, I got 27,000 views on a video in like I think a day because of the Las Vegas thing. And that is the funniest thing is that you can scare a population into something, but if you actually look into history and things that happened back in history, hella worse things have happened. And they don't talk about it, but that sucks. Yeah, see, there's no way, like, and that is the worst thing is, and one of the greatest things one of the greatest analogies that I've ever put or ever heard of anything is the road to hell was paved in good intentions. And if you think about that, not one time from the Nazis to this to that or whatever has it ever gone well for the population when they came and de-armed you. I mean, whether they came and took your knives and your swords, your bows and arrows, or your guns, not one time has it ever gone well for the main population when they came to disarm you. Whether it was a conquering country or whether it was your own government, especially if it was your own government. And that's the sad thing where we've gone messed up is we made our government to protect us and help us and care about us, but so many of us came complicit to believing like the people that we voted in and they from what they said we believe that and they're gonna defend our rights and do everything that they were supposed to, but they didn't. No. Oh hell no, dude, seriously, what here the New World Order, they come door to door. But that's why do you think they've tried to get rid of the militias and all that stuff? Because it goes all the way back to our Constitution. Our founding fathers built all this stuff into this so that we could take our country back if we ever freaking were lapsed our judgment enough to let them get to where they're at. And what a lot of people don't realize is America, even though it's been sold out, this, that, and everything, because a lot of people don't know realize that the Chinese literally own most of our country. They own the most of everything in our country, and a lot of other countries do. Here's the thing, and I don't think it was really intentional that the people that sold us out, our own countrymen and all that sold us out to other countries, I think they looked at it like this. I can make a quick buck really quick, and I see what they're trying to do, but they'll never be able to do it because Americans will never give up their guns. Well, I can understand that a little bit, but you're still a piece of shit for what the fuck you tried to do and what you did. Here's the thing, it went a lot farther than I think those original people expected it to. And then other people came along like, shit, dude, we already got it to here. Wow, dude, we're already halfway there. Boom, boom, New World Order, this, that. If we can take their guns away from them, we own this country. And trust me, if they take our guns away from us, they do own this country. Man, that's so insane, brother. And you know what's funny, though? You have Democrats, too, talking about how cool it is that, you have all these people from China coming here to have babies and all that, and like how cool and how empowering that is for all this and that, and yay. And then about 100 to 200 Russian women come here and do it every year. And they talked about how disturbing that was and how wrong that was and how dare that was. White. Why? Because white European people with Christian values came here? Like, you're talking about it's okay for, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 Chinese people to come here and do that every year. And they're just like, yeah, cool. And then 100 Chinese people, or not, 100 freaking Russian women come here and do it. And these are women that they paid $100,000 to do it, not 15 or 20,000. $100,000 to do it. They obviously have the money to do it, and they're shunned when they're 1 or 10% of that. Insanity. Wow, that's insane. The craziest thing is all the rules and regulations that we've let them come to do, when in no way they have no rhyme, right, nor reason to be able to do that, except that we are stupid enough to allow them. Dude, here in the United States, you don't even need a driver's license. The only reason you need one is because you ever went and got one. Okay. Yeah, okay, so why do I need that for hunting and all that? So I need all these permits and I need all this bullshit to have a gun. Well, guess what? I'm sorry, my Second Amendment tells me that I have the right to bear arms to protect my country from anybody that I need to, foreign or domestic. That is my rhyme and reason and right. That's the whole thing. Our founding fathers wanted us to be there. Why the hell do you think people don't freaking invade America? Why the hell do you think if they're actually going to take us over because they haven't been able to take our guns, that they're going to have the UN come in? Yeah, well, I as much as I can hope it to be, but it is correct, and they put that upon there so that we could take our country back if we were stupid enough. But the whole thing is we're supposed to defend ourselves from foreign and domestic. And right now, the saddest thing is it's more domestic than anything else. Yeah, they sold it out to the foreigners that want to come and take our damn country, which is really disturbing. Well, the main thing is Americans, as our founding fathers would put it, over my dead cold freaking hands. You're gonna have to pry it out of my dead cold frozen fucking hands. I'm not trying to boast or act like I'm anybody or anything, but I do know that I'm a direct descendant of Brigham Young, which that's nothing to be proud of. But I do know that that blood lineage goes all the way back to the Mayflower. So that I do know that there is more of my blood spilt on this nation than probably any other white man. Unless you want to go back to the Vikings and, maybe they might have something on me. So there's no way that I can. I'm a direct descendant of Brigham Young. I am no Mormon. I don't care if I'm a direct descendant of the second coming of Mormonism. I consider myself nothing to do with that. I just know what and where my bloodline goes back to, and I know how much blood I have walking around on this earth right now. Because, Mormons went forth and multiplied quite a bit. Especially him. But that is one thing, to me, where it's like, well, who do you think you are? What do you think you are? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm just trying to figure something out here. Well, no, because look, we're the last little, seriously, we're the last little peg holding on the cliff. It's like the whole world is falling off a cliff, and America is sitting on there with that peg. And if we let go of that peg and America falls and we lose our guns, which will... Hey, somebody hasn't given a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, please. If America loses that peg and loses that, it is the fall of the whole world. The whole New World Order. And, people give me shit. Oh, you think Trump is the greatest and all this? I'm like, well, he's better than Hillary. And God's honest truth, I really hope that God did send him and that he is something of that. But I'm not stupid. I know the whole thing going on with the New World Order and everything they're trying to do. I'm not stupid. They could be completely on track. I mean, come on. They only let us see on this fucking devil Black Mirror what they want us to see for the most part. So, I never give everything into that because I know that we have to do our due diligence to understand what's going on. But we are in the end of days. We are at the end of time. We are at the point to where we cannot stop fighting. And the worst part is a lot of us have lost the understanding of it. And what's so sad is so many people that live in a country that they still have so many freedoms, that they haven't lost one of those main freedoms, that they still are kind of like, well, I'm not going to go to the polls and make sure they don't take people's guns, even if I don't have one. And that's the biggest problem is, people that don't have guns. No, and I mean, you can, call me a freaking asshole. Here, if America fall. What? Everything is so connected. No, and here's the thing is, and I feel so bad, and I understand all the people that hate America. I do. Because, America's done some pretty fucked up shit. And they've sent our poor sons and daughters over to do it. And to go through it. And they didn't know what they were doing. I mean, nobody knew what the hell we were doing. They just went and did what they were told, what needed to be done, what was right, what you're supposed to do. Yeah, we see you. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to finish up my rant. The saddest thing is that we've gone and done so much for our country that it's done so many fucked up things that other countries do hate us, and you can't blame them. But the countries that actually understand what's going on, they don't hate the American people. They hate the government, and they hate the government that has come as the American people over to freaking put their boot on their necks. Yes, 100%. Well, it's such a messed up understanding of what is what. Because when you have the people that are running America that are making us do these horrible things and sending their children to go do them, which I guess we all know they're not really usually sending their children. If they do, they send them up as generals. But that they send the weakest and the poor of the poor to go and do these horrible things for them, to make them money, to build their corporations, to finance everything that they want to do to take over the world. Well, yeah, I mean, no matter what, immigrants are going to make your country freaking weak when you have to pay for their welfare because they can't even speak English. I mean, I literally saw this video of this migrant in France. And I mean, come on, France is beautiful. They have so much of the oldest, most beautiful artwork and this and that. And then you see this migrant walk up to this freaking fountain. You know, the fountain comes up, just goes into the ground because it's got grates and all that. And he comes up and he literally takes a shit, uses the water in his hand to wipe his ass and clean his ass off. And he pulls his pants up and then he rinses his hands off and then drinks the water out of the fountain with his same fucking hand. I'm sorry. I don't want that type of person in my country. I'm sorry. If you're that dumb and that stupid, I don't think I need you in my country. And anybody that wants somebody like that in their country, you're stupid, and I don't think you should live in a Western country in any way. I think you are mentally effing retarded. Okay, besides that, let's see what you guys said. Sorry. Holy crap, I got a lot of comments. Yeah, I can still see you typing. Oh my god. Well, yeah, okay. Let's get into AIDS. Well, let's say hello. Thank you, Jerry Brown. I understand probably nobody here lives in... good to see you back, brother. I understand none of you live in California, but I live in California. And guess what? Well, if you give somebody AIDS or any kind of disease that is a life-threatening disease, that used to be a felony. Now, you can give blood and you can give somebody sexually transmitted disease, knowing that you're doing that, and now it's a slap on the wrist. So you get a little slap on the wrist and a $10 or $50 fine, instead of actually getting a felony for knowingly giving tainted blood, knowingly doing this, and they said that's because of discrimination. Excuse the fuck out of me. You're gonna call that's because of discrimination that we can't charge somebody for doing that? Jerry Brown is a complete fucking terrorist, and just so you know, he needs to be taken to the closest courthouse, judged, and if he is found guilty, hung by the highest tree. That is where our biggest problem is. The last time that we really hung anybody for treason was almost 100 years ago. The last time we killed somebody for treason, I think, was in the 1950s, 1960s. Some people that gave some stuff to Russia, whatever. It was a dude and his wife, and we electrocuted them. Here's the problem. Nobody's seen anybody be hung or executed in a long time. Because guess what? If you see somebody hung or executed, do you think you're going to be stupid enough to do anything like that? Probably not. But here's our biggest problem now, isn't it? Not. Nobody's seen anything like that. Yes, no, they do have AIDS. Yeah, I mean, and they're ignoring about all the children that the people that worked for Hillary tried to freaking, kidnap all the children. And we all know what they want to freaking kidnap them for. Freaking child fucking sex slavery, child freaking porn, drinking their blood, eating their body parts. Dude. Okay. Here's one of the things that anybody that hasn't come across Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves has done a couple of interviews, and I don't think anybody realizes Keanu Reeves got the fuck out of the country and got the fuck away from Hollywood. I don't know if anybody realized the last John whatever movie that he did. Did anybody notice that was kind of like B production, like gunfire and this and that, and the whole movie was this, that, gunfire, da-da-da. And it didn't really seem like a real high budget Hollywood thing. You want to know why? Because that motherfucker came out and was like, dude, I went to somebody's house and they had a fucking baby in their freezer and I broke their nose, I beat their ass, I ran off, I called the cops. Cops came back to me, told me that I was crazy and all this stuff. You can look up Keanu Reeves talking about this shit. He literally went to another country, and I look at a lot of stuff, so I'm not accurate on everything, but I can give you the fucking main gist that you can look at it yourself. Literally, he went to another country and just opened up like a bike shop where he makes custom bikes. I think the only reason he did that last little B movie was to get a little bit of fucking money, just so he was fucking out of Dodge and away from all that shit. All these people are demented. They're all demonic, and unless we're willing to stand up and be persecuted for it, I don't know what to tell you. Look, if you believe anything in the Bible, you believe in anything in the last days, and I promise you, we are in the last days. Okay, look, here's the thing. We're all Christians, and whether you're a Christian or not, I really hope that you are. We are going to be persecuted in the last days. There is no stopping this. And I've been hoping there was a way to stop it, to open enough people's eyes. But as much as I speak and as much as I try to show, I don't know. I can't say that that's possible. I still hope for it with all of my heart. I 100% do. But as it's written, we are going to be persecuted. We are going to be burned, and we're probably going to be hung. But if we don't stand up and fight and do everything that we can, it's going to be even worse. And I don't know if my name is written in the book of life, but I don't know why God opened my eyes unless I am. Yeah, maybe that's so, but one thing that I laugh when anybody talks shit about Russia. Oh, you like Vladimir Putin, da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I think he is a decent person, and I know Russia has come back more to Christianity and faster and more and in numbers than any other country has. That it is one of the only countries that is rising in Christians, that it has been for a long time now. And people don't seem to get that and realize that, yeah, they did go through the communism shit, and they saw what happened. And they saw what happened. I have many videos, whatever. They saw what happened, and they rose back to being Christians. We are in an episode of Punk'd. We are. And we have allowed it. We've allowed it. Yeah, that is a great analogy. Good job, girl. Good job. No, we are. I mean, man. What do you do when everything around you is demonic? Do you follow suit? No. And you can't, because to follow suit is to follow the devil and to follow these demonic bastards. Look, whether we're burnt by the stake, whether we're pegged up like Jesus, right side up or upside down, it does not matter how they kill us. What matters is how you die. That is the one thing that most people have never come to realize. You really only have one choice. You have many choices in this life. But I think one of the greatest choices in our life is our choice of how we die. When they come to you and they tell you to say this or do this and you don't believe in it, or they will kill you because of your belief, you must know you must stick by your belief. Because if anybody is willing to kill you over your belief, just like you could ask a fighter pilot, you're going to get the most flack when you're over the target. And I hope that for whatever reason we're not persecuted, that we don't, from what it said, happens to us. But I promise you, if you love Jesus Christ in this time, in this era, there is a very great chance that you will be persecuted, that you may have to die a horrible death. And the funny thing is, that does not scare me. What scares me, and you know, the funny thing is too, it's like if you're a good Christian and you're a good this or that, you fear God and you fear judgment and you fear this to a point. Thank you, love. I'm glad you're not. What I would fear is meeting him and him asking, why did you not stand? Why did you not say something? Why did you not try to open the eyes of the unbelieved? Why did you not stand up for that brother or that sister that was being whipped, that was being tortured, that was being hung, that was being burned for believing in me? Where were you? That's what I would fear. More than anything else in this world. Like, you know, I've had many people come and ask me many different things and whatever, and God's honest truth, I seriously hope that somebody can understand this. If I have to burn in hell, thank you. If I have to burn in hell to literally be able to open one person's eyes, I will burn in hell. If I have to be stuck to a fucking cross and sit there and tortured and die for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, I will. I'm sure it won't be very much fun. But if I have to literally be persecuted and hurt and demolished and destroyed and killed because of that belief, I would think it would be the greatest achievement of my life. And I don't see how there could be any greater one. And trust me, I'm not saying I want to be a martyr. I'm not saying I want to be freaking tortured. Who the hell wants to be tortured? Nobody freaking wants that unless you're stupid. But at the same time, if you have the belief and the love that you do for what you do, you cannot fear that. You can just take it for the understanding of what it is and that it may be. And I am sorry that I do feel that that is most likely going to come upon us. $50 Shades of Grey, that's funny. You know, that is just one thing to bring women more away from. I'm trying, and thank you, all of you that are sitting here talking with me. I feel like you give me the will and the rhyme and the reason to keep moving forward, and I love you, and I thank you for that. But you know, the whole 50 Shades of Grey and all that crap, you know, you talk about the feminism movement and you talk about all this crap and you see these women and these feminists and yeah. And you talk about, you know, all these women and all this and they want to be dominated and they want to be treated like this, but then at the same time they're like, you can't put me down, you can't treat me like that. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad you made it too. Anti-feminist. Good. You should be anti-feminist. That's awesome. No, I mean, because the whole thing is like women, yes, they are weaker than men in many ways. And men are so much weaker than women in so many ways. If you think a man could fucking push a baby out their ass, I'm sorry, we couldn't. Okay? You know, that's just not going to happen. Women are so much stronger than men in certain ways, and men are so much stronger than women in certain ways. We are both here and here, here and here, and here and here. We are equal, but in so many different ways. Nothing worse than a feminist. Yeah. The insanity is I hate that they try to destroy the minds of our children and our beautiful young ladies and them women, and thinking that, and that's the brainwash that's in them, because here's what they're doing. They're killing the white, and it's not just a white culture, it's a Western culture. Because they're telling you, no, look, they want us to turn into sissies. Look, they're turning men into sissies. They're turning women into men. That all of a sudden are making women look. They're literally destroying the white and Western culture. 100%. Yes, and 100%, and that's the whole thing. And it's not about white, black, brown, purple, pink, any of that. It's the Western culture of what we understand, what is biologic, of what needs to freaking happen. And here's the thing is, they pussify. Yes, they are beautiful. They're trying to destroy what God designed. But that is the main thing. If they can turn us all into freaking little simps, and then they bring in a whole bunch of Muslims, and they're 85% of them are fighting freaking male age. They come in and we're all simps, and we let them literally rape and pillage all of our fucking women. How many generations does that take before we're all destroyed? And here's the biggest problem is what nobody is realizing, well, most people do. There's many ways this can go. It can be the end of Western civilization. Or is it the people that are doing all this and bringing all the, people from other cultures here to destroy? Oh, there you are, beautiful. Wait, what? Yeah, that's no fun. What's funny is I know there's more, just from the comments, I know there's more than 3 people on here. It only shows me 3 people. Funny. But, if we're stupid enough to let them actually come up here and make us all simps, make us all little freaking pussy little bastards, and then you let nothing but a whole bunch of Muslim fuckers come here that don't bring their own women, don't do anything like that, and then rape and steal the minds of our children, turn them into morons, they've won. But here's the other thing that I might be thinking is maybe the true, real racists are the ones that are in control. Think about this. If you think about Western civilization, which has mainly been made by white men, white people for the most part, not saying that we're anything special compared to anybody else, but if you look at that and you take that understanding and you change that, and you get everybody to literally, okay, let's bring in all these people. How long will people sit there and watch their brother or their sisters, their mothers, their aunts, and all that be raped by all of these people before you turn white people that were never racist into complete racist? Before you turn people into racist. Yes. And that is the funniest thing is what I laugh is, these, and that's the whole thing is with the Democrats. What I laugh about the most is, people are like, oh yeah, they're the least racist people ever. Well, if you realize the Democrats were the ones that wanted slavery, the Democrats are the ones that did Jim Crow. The Democrats are the ones that made the KKK. The Democrats are... Well, no, and that's the funniest thing is, like, the racists that were the Democrats have literally flipped pages and been like, no, we love all these brown people and all these people uneducated and that hate Christianity. We love all them. Bring them all here. Wait, hold on. Ruth Jones. Wait, I want to... What are you saying? Yeah, symbolism alone, yes. And that is the saddest part, is that we've fallen into this trap of where they've tried to make people racist. And trust me, hey, the first kids that kicked my ass in school were the black kids. There's this black kid that would come up running up behind me every day and punch me right in the back of my head and run off. And I ended up meeting up with this kid. This is like 3rd grade that he did this. Somehow 2-3 different schools later, I'm in like junior high, and I come across this kid and I'm like, dude, that was you, motherfucker. And I literally, I saw him and I fucking whooped his fucking ass. Because he was about 2 years older than me. He was probably, or a year older than me. Whatever it was, but he was a lot bigger and black kid than I was. A little small, white little midget. And, I think he was in 4th and I was in 3rd, whatever. I met up with him when I was in 7th grade and he was in 8th. And I saw him and I bum rushed his ass and I whooped his fucking ass. And we ended up becoming really good friends, like, after a couple weeks. And I asked him, like, dude, what the hell was your problem? Why did you always run up and hit me at the end of the fucking day, dude, and just go running off? And he was like, God's honest truth. He was like, I hated how you came to school every day with a perfect afro. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? And he was like, yeah, it pissed me off. But you know what I mean? We ended up becoming best friends. Okay, hold on. Let me read some of these comments. Sorry, guys. No, they do want slave labor, and that is the disturbing part, because it's like, you know, I mean, come on, there were more Irish slaves than there were ever black slaves that were brought here, and actually the freaking Irish slaves were actually worth less than the black slaves, so that's one thing I laugh about. No, but it is just so funny, the division that they try to pull against us, when, why should we ever have any division? I mean, if you love God and you love this life, what division is there to have? There's none. Well, there should be none. Alright. Okay. No, exactly. Where do I live? I live in Citrus Heights, California. Well, I guess I'm in Orangeville now. But yeah, I'm in Cali. Yeah, everybody sound off where you're from if you're willing to. And I love all of you that are here having this with me. Thank you so much. Wow. Kentucky. Kentucky, nice. Well, we got a couple of, we got Aussies, we got people from the UK, and we got Americans here. Hey, my whole thing is, I don't care what the hell the color of your skin is. I care about the color of your heart and your intent. You live in Manchester. Nice. See, to me, this is so awesome that I'm talking to everybody. To me, I know we're across the world, to me anyways. The farthest I've been away from here is Hawaii. And I sure in the fuck don't like Hawaii. Ohio is getting bad, huh? I did not know. No, and that is. It's like the content of your character, the color of your heart and your soul is all that matters to me. 100%. But guess what? I think I need another fucking drink. See, I think that's why I got all my, I do have a lot of other subscribers that I really like, but you guys have been the ones that have been on my live chats. And I really love you guys for that. Thank you so much, because nice. Well, did you enjoy traveling around the U.S. and did you like it? It's 4 a.m. there. What time is it here? Hold on. Okay, it's 1:23 here. Yeah, everybody sound off the time for where you're at. What time it is where you're at. Nice. New Orleans, never been there. Farthest I've been west was Arizona. Actually, no, Denver. Nice. Alright. Johnny needs a refill. 1 second. Alright, Johnny's got his refill. So, what do you guys want to talk about next? Oh, I'd love to. Trust me, hey. This is something kind of new to me, but for whatever reason, I ever go anywhere that you guys are at, I'm going to be hitting you up. No, I appreciate it. One of the things that I think is awesome about my chat, because I've been on other chats, I'm not big, so it's a lot easier to be able to talk and have me talk about what you're asking about and what you're saying, compared to other chats that have, 15 freaking hundred comments coming in every, hour. We're able to actually sit here and have conversations and actually be able to talk back more and forth, and I don't know, maybe not get lost in translation, if that makes any sense. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, come on. Who wants to talk to Joe Osteen when you can just talk to somebody that's actually real and not a demonic piece of shit? Oh, if that makes any sense. Maybe I said his name wrong. Joe Osteen, whatever the hell. No, seriously, to me, it's trying to read a little bit. To me, it makes a lot more engaging conversation talking to people like we are. I feel like we get a little bit more across. I do have a computer coming and a PX 900, so we might be able to do something a little bit better. Joel Osteen. I thought it was Joel Osteen or whatever the hell. I would like to say I had his book, but I burnt it because I thought he was a piece of shit. And yeah, Joel, Luciferian, that's good. False prophet, man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. The saddest thing is, I am dyslexic, and I can never say that I've read a longer book than I read of that. And I read that whole book. There was 700 and something pages. And yeah, I understand what he realizes to brainwash you is to keep telling you, tell yourself that you're the most high child of God. You're the most high child of God. That's not up to you to say that you are. And that's one thing that I realized, that was the brainwashing inside that he did in that. And yeah, I burnt that fucking book. I'm not joking. I've never burnt a book in my whole damn life, and I burnt that fucking book. Okay, so I don't know where any of you guys are out, and if you like to give out Bibles, but I found at the Dollar Tree you can buy Bibles for $1. So yeah, I bought like 20 of them last time, and yeah, buy those, give those out if you can. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Everybody should just do what the heck they feel they should do. Okay, let's see. There is no hell. I think there is a hell, but hold on, let me go back up to you, Ruth Jones. I know, right? Transgender. yeah, isn't that funny? A lot of them do. Oh, that is what he said. Oh, okay. Yeah, what is so insane to me there. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. You know, sometimes I jump back and forth from stuff. So if I ever say something that it seems like I'm discrediting or that I'm wrong on what you said, I might have missed something and been moving back and forth. Yes, thank you for clarifying that. Thank you. No, seriously, for me, this is so much more than... Like, when I can make a video and just make my own video, and it's 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and then I get to hear the comments. I'm like, hey, that's cool, that's this, that's that. But to sit here and, like, I'm dyslexic. Seriously. 100% I'm fucking dyslexic. But I can remember anything that actually connects with me. I'm serious, I cannot forget it. If it connects with my heart and my soul, or a memory of caring of something, I cannot forget it. But if I just have to read something and learn something and this and it doesn't connect with me, I'm not going to remember it. And that's why I think this live chat, and I'm missing all your guys' comments, I'm going to go back and read them. But I really think that's why this live chat for me, I think, and hopefully that's why you guys like it, is that if you can bring up anything, like, I can't sit here and talk for 2 hours, which actually I've done a pretty good job. Well, I mean, with this platform of this, but I can sit and rip out shit for maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm just done. But with you guys having your comments and our feedback and going back and forth, you can click into things that are in my head that I couldn't even imagine clicking into until somebody says something like you guys do. Still not reading the comments yet, but I'm going to go back and read the comments after I'm done. But please keep leaving comments. I'm going to go back through them really quick. But having this between you guys, and it feels so personal, of it just being back and forth, I love this. And obviously I think you guys like this, or you guys still wouldn't be here. It's insane. And I think it's the perfect thing. And I think that's why I've never had MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, any of that crap. This is the only thing I've ever done. And I think there is a reason for it. And I thank and love all of you. All right, you guys keep chatting for a second and let me go read through your comments just give me a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go, whether we're in hell or not right now, but we are living in, Satan does control this world. So we are in one factor or not, I think we are in hell right now. And you know what's disturbed me is that I did, finding flat earth and all that crap and seeing that there is a center and all of that. But what disturbed me about that more than anything was the guys that were talking about leaving your blood in tent. And writing down that I'm going to bring heaven upon earth and leaving your blood in tent on that written document. that right there showed me that there was something wrong. That's not right. I don't need to do that to find my way to God. That's one of the... No, the devil does roll this earth, and I mean, I think that's the point behind all the lies, is he does rule this earth, and why would he want you to know the truth if you knew the truth, you know? And trust me, if anybody here listening to this isn't a flat earther, look, I totally get it. You know, one of the craziest things is I saw a flat earth, and I thought it was the stupidest thing I ever freaking came to see or hear. And I had to prove it wrong. Could not prove it wrong. And just another form, rhyme, and reason to finding God. I found him mathematically, found him biblically, found him this way, this way, upside down, left, right, and inside out. And, you know, when you come to realize everything you've ever been taught in your life, and especially NASA is a fucking lie, you sure have a lot easier chance of understanding what things are. No, and hey, I get that, but don't feel that way. I'm coming to you next, Grace. But I understand that feeling of, like, I wish I would have never found that, you know, that the earth was flat here and there, especially when you tell people around you about it and they look at you like there's a dick growing out of your forehead. But that is the main, I think, look, I think the flat earth is the Holy Grail. I seriously, I have this feeling that the flat earth is the Holy Grail. Maybe the flat earth is the sixth seal. Maybe realizing our whole world is run by pedophiles is the seventh seal. I don't know. But I have a couple of these ideas and theories, which any truth seeker, you have different realms and ideas and theories and things that you're working on and looking through if you're any kind of a truther. I mean, of course you can have your ability and your thought and your love towards Jesus Christ, towards this, towards that, knowing that is true. But there are many ways to find that and define that, if that makes any sense. All right, so what is this? Spitting, yes, we are. Well, that's what I laugh about, everybody. Like, well, and that, I guess what irritates me too is like, well, what does it matter? And what's funny is all those people that ever say that, they say the same exact thing and they're a bot that has no views, has no subscribers, no this, that, whatever. But it's always the same thing. Well, what does it matter whether it's round or it's flat? Okay. Well, are you going to tell me that what does it matter whether you're spinning around on a marble going 1,000 miles an hour, around a sun that's going 10,000 miles an hour, around a Milky Way freaking galaxy that's going 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you never end up hitting anything, and there's never any stars that move, that North Star is right there, and everything spins around it. Okay, well, what does it matter? Well, that matters that they're trying to hide God from you, and that pisses me the fuck off. Not to say any of you are saying that. I'm just saying that's my biggest pet peeve when people say, well, what does it matter? It matters to me when somebody's trying to hide God. One of the most main things that any of us should care about or be worried about or have love to That pisses me off when somebody thinks that it's okay to hide that from me. I don't appreciate that. I don't respect that, and I don't enjoy that at all. No, thank you. God, I look like a crazy person, don't I? Alright, what was the last comment? It matters enough for them to lie. Oh, thank you. No, and that's the whole thing is like, well, what does it matter? It's like, okay, if it mattered, that was very good. I like that. If it matters enough for them to lie, it must matter something. I've understood that, but never put it that way. That's great. Thank you. It scares me. Hold on, I'll get to you right here in a second, Grace. That scares me because, I do know that I am Rh negative, and I do know that, I can't take blood from anybody. Anybody, can take my blood, but I can't take anybody else's blood unless they're Rh negative. And, it's really hard because if you think about it all the way back to Noah, and you think about that he saved Noah and this and that because it was most uncorrupt bloodline, but even that his sons and his sons' wives, they still had corrupt bloodlines, this, that, da, da, da. Let's not get fully into that too much. It worries me and it scares me a lot that, I hope for whatever reason that me being Rh negative is more of the bloodline that they're trying to take out and kill than in any way that I could be connected to them, which I don't think that that's possible. I don't know, because I'm trying to find as much truth as I can, but from everything that I'm going at and how many different ways I'm looking at it, it is a chance that I am connected to them, or it's a chance that I am the bloodline that they're trying to kill, destroy, and ruin. I'm not sure yet. Alright. Sorry, I'm way back. You guys can keep chatting for a second. I'm gonna go back real quick. Yeah, no, good night, Grace. I love you too, and I hope to see you next time. We all love you, Grace. Thank you for being here. Hey, anybody that needs to go, nobody's gonna hold it against you. Yeah, thank you. No, you're not. I'm O positive. Apparently, we're bad. That doesn't make you bad. That does not make you bad. Don't think that of yourself. Yeah, they are, but it is what it is. That's fine. Guess what? If they're trying to kill me, that means I am something and I am worth killing. And if I am worth killing, I am somebody. Yeah, I've been trying to find my way of understanding. Good night, Grace. I have a good day tomorrow. God bless. No, it is insanity when you look at it, because it's like, what are we truly? Yeah, it is. And I've looked in all this stuff about reptilian and all this crap, and I'm like, hey, dude, I see those lizards' eyes in that stuff when they slow down videos and you see the slits in their eyes. I don't think they're reptilians or lizards. I think they're fucking demons. I think that 100%. What I laugh about is, yes, they are all fallen angels. That's what I'm saying. They're demons. And that that I can have this small little following right here. That we can literally have this. I mean, I didn't tell any of you to come here. I just threw it up and you guys saw it a live feed and you guys came. Like, that means so much to me. I'm not trying to be a little fucking fairy fag here, right? No, it means so much to me that you guys like just come and that we can have such good conversation, such good rhetoric of actually having the conversation like we do. Unlike if something was a bigger chat that nobody could actually get what they're saying. I mean, you guys might be able to talk a little bit back and forth, but you wouldn't get my commentary and our back and forth. And having it how we do is just so awesome. So I catch you in the middle of the night. So where are you? I know you told me. So where are you? I catching you at the middle of the night. Where is it that you live again? Ty? Ohio. Okay. So what? You're probably, just a couple hours ahead of me then. Holy crap, we're up to 6 people. All right, so there's 6 people on. Whoever hasn't given me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up. But this is, seriously, this has been one of my favorite live chats. And if you guys still got some stuff to talk about, I'm still here to talk to you. Oh, you did? Where'd you live in Cali? Oh, dude, we got 6 thumbs up. Anybody ain't giving? Awesome. Loving it. Thank you guys. Where'd you live at Cali? In Cali. Santa Rosa. Wow. Yeah, I worked in Santa Rosa quite a bit. Helped my brother build his little crappy tile corporation. And we did a lot of J.C. Penney's and stuff out in Santa Rosa. That's funny. So you're one of those smart people that got out of Cali? No, and I totally agree with you. One of the things that irritate me the most, though, is when people talk crap about California. Fuck California, I hope it dies, I hope it burns, and it's like, okay, well, I still live here, and I understand there's a lot of morons here. I really do. But you gotta understand, I run around trolling them all day. I have a Trump sticker right on the back of my Suburban, literally sitting there with the middle finger to everybody. And I get more good things out of that than bad things. I mean, more people are like, yeah, man, cool. And hey, I will admit, I get some people who are like, you're a fucking racist. And I'm like, well, you're a fucking bigot if you're going to call me a racist and you don't even know who I am. I don't know. I always think that's funny. I yell at people. I wear my MAGA hat. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But yeah. All right. So what's up, guys? What's our next conversation? What do we want to go to? I'm enjoying this if you guys are. Oh, Georgia Guidestones. There's population. No, dude, that's exactly where we're heading to. Oh, we lost a couple of people. No, that's exactly where we're heading to, and that's exactly what they want is, only 500 million people, because it really doesn't matter. I know, would that not be awesome? Hey, if I ever go, and hey, same thing with you guys. You guys ever go there, videotape it, you know what I mean? Send it to me, whatever. Same thing for me. If I ever go there, I'll fucking live stream that shit. But no, the Georgia Guidestones, I mean, that's gotta open people's eyes. You've been to Cali? Yeah. No, Cali's beautiful, man. We got lots of trees. We really do. California is a beautiful place. But no, the Georgia Guidestones, I mean that, like, if nobody's going to believe, oh, I'm so glad you loved it. Okay, so from my recollection and from what I've learned and found out, some dude came and paid like $50,000 to literally a bank and was like, look, I'm going to pay you to do this. I'm just going to leave you the money. I'm only going to give you this name, not my real name, da-da-da-da. Figure it out, put it up. This is what I want on there. It's going to cost you this, and this is how much money you're going to make. Shut the fuck up and do it. And they did it. So, but you know, the crazy thing about it, when you think of it, is that somebody would take the time and the energy to think about doing this and doing all that. Did they already know that the plan that they were moving upon and towards could destroy the whole world and could this or that and that? Why would they have put it in so many different languages? Why would they have done everything that they did? It is because, in my eyes, they are recreating the Tower of Babel, and they're recreating the Tower of Babel with CERN. If anybody has any understanding. Like, that is the Tower of Babel. That is why we were spread. That is why we were spread across the four corners of the earth. I really think that CERN is the last. I mean, what they were doing back in the 50s and the 60s and all the nuclear tests and all that, they were trying to rip the veil. And I think they almost got there. And I think somehow through that, they learned that they needed CERN. Oh, so fucking creepy. And that is the insane thing to me. If you actually look into all that, which they do it out in the open, but at the same time they hide. Yes, they are, but antimatter isn't what I think they say that it is. Like the black goo, all this stuff. I really think that okay, so all right, quick breakdown. I'm not going to read any comments, but please leave comments if you want. All right, quick breakdown of what. Let me try to put this together and really quick. Okay, here's a quick breakdown. Here's what's going on. What they're trying to do is literally, they've been trying to rip the veil, and they have. And the thing with AI, with everything, freaking CERN, all this bullshit, look, they're trying to bring demons in, they're trying to bring the devil, and here's the thing is, they need souls, they need this, they need bodies, they need that. And really, if you look into when they do, when they make circuits and all that, if you look in the circuits they make of everything, you look at the pyramids, you look at all that, that's one big circuit. One big circuit, and it's the same circuits that we put in our circuit boards. And I built computers for my parents. Couldn't program one, but I used to build the towers, the circuit boards, put all that in there, and you look at all that, and you look at all the circuits, and you look at all that. Those are all, like, if you look back into ancient texts and you look back into all that stuff, each one of those things are symbols. Each circuit that is on that circuit board is a symbol, and a symbol of things that are of ancient texts and ancient meanings. Why in the hell do you need that to make a circuit board that makes it look exactly like that to make this thing, and then all of a sudden we're making AI that comes to artificial intelligence, this, that, boom, boom, comes back the fuck around. I know I'm getting out there, people, but just, I'm like, this is, that comes back around to, this is what we're doing, this is what we're making, this is what we're advancing. Why are we making this? Why are we advancing this? What is this for? Why is this? This is because what they are doing, they are ripping the veil and bringing these demons through, and these demons need bodies, whether they're ours or through AI. And as it says in the Bible, man will come to live forever. And man will wish that he could die, but he will not be able to die. Okay, I don't care what health thing that you do, and you keep me 18 years old for 1,000 years. I can still bash my brain in or blow my fucking brains out with a fucking bullet, or have somebody crash my brains into 1,000,000 fucking pieces and I'm dead. But if you're uploaded into a fucking computer, you can't fucking die even if you want to. as it says in the Bible, man will want to die but not be able to die. I'm not quite probably phrasing that exactly right, but if you have any idea what the hell I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's all biblical. Everything has come back to this. Everything has come back to this. No more, no less. Catch you guys a little off guard there. Okay, wait. My youngest child was a student of a brilliant student and a school scholarship from the AI company. His response was, "Oh, good for your son. God." No, and that's the whole thing is they keep putting in our brains like, look, you know, whoever accomplishes AI is gonna run the world and all this bullshit. Fine, run the world for the little time that you get the fucking chance before God comes back and shuns you. And that's the whole thing. You realize, never take the fucking chip. Never take the chip. There is no redemption if you take that chip, my brothers and sisters. Yeah, I mean, if your son was offered a scholarship and he said hell no, good job raising that boy. God bless you. Like, you raised that boy right for and having his eyes open. Because I'm telling you what, that is and that's what I told my girl. I told her, I'm like, you know, if any of those grandbabies, and I told her daughter too. Which is funny, I told her, I'm like, don't worry, if anything ever happens to you, don't worry, I'll marry your daughter for you. But no, I told her and her daughter, I'm like, if you ever let or are thinking about having those children, my grandbabies, I understand they're not my blood, but they're mine in my eyes. If you ever think of allowing them to be chipped, I will literally put my pinky out there and I will chop it the fuck off and be like, there you go. That's what I will do to show you that you cannot do that and you should not do that. So then after that, you will be able to decide what I will do if you chip them. And that is no joke. And they both looked at me like, and they know I'm fucking literally 5150 fucking crazy, but they know that I'm actually really sane. You know, in the aspect of what the hell the world is. But that I will literally lay down my life in a fucking heartbeat for what I believe in. I have no problem with that. So, you know, that is one of the funniest things. No, you can't take the chip. Once you've taken the chip, and you know, you know what pisses me off though? Those pastors and those Christians and all that. They're like, it's okay if you take the chip, you know, even if it is the mark of the beast, you can cut it out, or you can, you know, discount it, or this and that. And I'm like, you're working for the beast, you dumb piece of shit, whether you know it or not, for you to even say that. You cannot take the mark. If it is in your hand or in your forehead, it is the mark. And, you know, most people won't accept that or understand it for what it is. And, you know, it's funny as hell and disturbing as hell that so many people can't even see anything for what it is. Yeah, no, and that's the whole thing. It's a permission given. Just like for you to be like, hey, I want to live forever, I'm going to give you the permission to upload me. And yes, 100%. And, you know, it's funny, too. I've had people be like, so you're going to tell me as soon as that chip goes into you, you're demonic and you've been changed? I'm like, I can't say that. I can't say yes or no. But once you've taken that chip, yes, you have consented to that happening to you. Sure. All right. No, it is. No, all of this is a way of uploading us because, like it says, you will want to die, but you will not be able to die. How is that possible? Look, the whole thing is, like it says, men will want to die, but they will not be able to die. How is that possible? We all know that we can end. We can end. Anybody else a little bit, on that one? Wait, like fucking, is this my No. Oh, yeah. No, this, trust me. They've already proven that they are completely digitally mapping your house, all this, da. Trust me, they could kill me right now and freaking probably make you think that you're talking to me right now if they wanted to. Yeah, 100%. But why would they want to do that? They want to keep their slaves. Dude, they want to lock us in. Think of it. Okay, here's how I like to look at it. Or not like to look at it, but here's how it comes at me as. Like when they say that you're going to spend an eternity in hell, have we finally gotten to the generation of the eternity of hell? Because how can you spend an eternity? Well, if they've uploaded your consciousness and your understanding of everything that who and what you are, which, hey, maybe I'm doing that right now talking to this black devil mirror. I like to think they gave us this black devil mirror to make us stupid and look at kitten videos, but enough of us have been smart enough to use this fucking black devil mirror to fucking learn knowledge and figure it out and spread it, is what I like to think. But yes, but they don't want to kill us. You gotta understand, they want to torture us for the rest of our lives. If they can upload us into this, if we get those little things and we put it up to our face like this, and we just doze out into that bullshit, they've locked us into a matrix that we cannot die in if they've uploaded our consciousness. So, I'm totally down to keep talking about this, but if there's anything else anybody else wants to get into, let's do it. No, it is scary more than anything because what's scary to me is that it's so biblical and it's so real and it's so right in front of our damn faces and we still, well, I think we see it. And if maybe not all of you see it, you're trying to see it and you're, all upon your past. Thank you for that. But what I think is scary is that we can't open up anybody's eyes around us. And we all know how messed up that is, whether this is what you believe in or not, or you found other truths. No, and that was what was so funny when Christmas, right before Christmas, like Alexa and all those little, home helper computer things came out. We did a Secret Santa thing, which was really nice. And I laughed and I looked at everybody. I'm like, if anybody here gets me an Alexa or anything like that to put in my house, I promise you, or anybody gets one for somebody else in this Secret Santa or to put in their house, and you got to understand, these were people that were going to get these things. I told them, I will take it into the middle of the street and I'll bash it with a hammer and I'll pay you and I'll give you the money for whatever you paid for it. So I suggest you not buying one. And I wasn't joking. I have no problem with that. I mean, you're talking about you have these things that they're trying to sell for hundreds of dollars, and then Christmas comes around and they have these ones they're selling for $30-$40. They're trying to track you and learn everything they can about you. And I always laugh at people. I'm like, okay, think about 10 years ago. If somebody came to you and said, hey, can I have your eye scan? Can I have your face recognition? Can I have your thumbprint? Can I have your voice activate? Can I have everything that makes you you? Will you give me that? And I will actually give you $1,000. I'll give you $5,000. Will you give me all that information of yourself, your DNA? Let me see everything that you look out, everything that you ever say, every message, everything that anything. 90% of people, even if you said you'd give them $1,000, $5,000, they would look at you 10 years ago and tell you to eat a dick, fucking kick rocks. And now you have fucking 90% of our population, 95% of our population saying, I'll pay $800 or $1,000 to let you do that to me. And you don't see that we're in the end of times? I know you, if you're sitting here still listening to me, that you must realize that we are. And God, I love you guys all so much. You guys all mean so much to me. No, I have not seen the Black Mirror, but one thing I'm going to ask you, have you seen The Travelers? It's The Travelers, and it's about these people that come back from the future, and they take over people's bodies that were going to die. And they re-upload them, and all of a sudden, all of this crap. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking, and I'm like, yeah, this is a great show, but at the same time, do you not see... Hey, I think it's a good show, too. Even they, they got Will actually not acting like a faggot. Anybody get that? Stranger Things, yep, that's another thing. They're showing what they're doing to our children, demonic shit, this and that. But you gotta understand, it all goes back to... But look, what it is showing, hey, if some reason that it seems like people are getting taken over, think about it. If demons were actually going to be able to come over and take over people, and they've already put this in your head that, hey, people could be coming from the future to come and try to save us, but really they're fucking sending demons in to fucking control people, and then people are like oh, maybe they're just here to save us. I really don't know what is completely possible, but I do understand social engineering to make people think about things. That's why aliens and all that bullshit has come out. I promise you, there's going to be 3.5 days of darkness, maybe 10 days of darkness, and that might not be the actual darkness that you might think or I might think. It might not be the sun hidden and not seeing light. It might be a different kind of darkness. But there are things that are coming, and things that are coming very soon. And no, and hey, see, and that trust me, I hear in so many things that are coming and are supposed to come, and then you see and you're like, well, nothing ever came, and this and that. I think in a lot of ways, a lot of these things do come that we were waiting for and thought were going to come, but we didn't see them for what they were. 2012, yeah, here's the thing is, 2012 wasn't really the apocalypse. Birth pains, yes, the birth pains, I do believe in those. 2012, okay, let's just put a little easy context on this. Let's say, let's go from Apocalypse, Revelations, all this stuff that is like, hey, this is the end of times and all this. Well, if you look into the real meanings of those, it's not really the end of time or the destruction of the world. It's actually the awakening. And I would imagine, because from everything that I've been learning and everything from, I would say, the true beginning of my learning was at that time. And from it being in the true beginning and the learning of that time would definitely bring the understanding of that together. So I'm not saying in any way that my biggest problem is Revelations, Doomsday, Armageddon, all that stuff. Learn the true meaning of them, because the true meaning is not the destruction and the end of the world. It usually, most of it really actually references to the enlightening and the opening of the eyes and the revealing is, what these things are. Revelation, the revealing, the opening of eye, there's so much to it, and there's so many different ways to look at it. And I'm not going to say that I understand everything. I'm only here trying to have what I have with you guys, and I love that. All right, I'm going to go back and look at your guys' comments here really quick. Okay. Birth pains, yes, that's right. Me too. Okay, look, hey, being like having extra food and all that, water, all that, that's a good idea, because whether our government shuts down, whether things go to what they end up being, whether it's 7 years of craps, supposedly we're in the 7 years of good times right now, and then we're going to have some really bad times. I don't know. I like vodka a lot. And I buy vodka in a glass bottle because I'm not an idiot that wants to die. So I fill those glass bottles up with water. And I fill them up with reverse osmosis fucking out of my mom's fucking water filter. Having stores of food and water is a very good thing. No matter how much people tell you that you're stupid, because look, you're only the crazy psycho person until there's no food and water. And then you're the smart person. So my main thing is save up stores of stuff in multiple places throughout your house, attic, all that type of stuff. You do that and don't even tell people about it. Because when you tell people about it, they think you're crazy. And then when shit hits the fan, they're coming to you first. So do your own due diligence of saving your stuff for yourself and for your family. And don't even tell anybody about it. Even if you don't have to tell your own family about it. Okay. No. Increased. Yes, and knowledge has increased for those that are willing to actually look at knowledge. Knowledge. Seem Obama was the Antichrist for a while. No, it didn't. And here's the thing: is what I laughed about Obama is like I really didn't like him because I saw what he was doing was demonic. And what I hated more than anything was how everybody that I knew was like, well, if you don't like Obama, you're just racist. And like, no, I just don't like him because he actually seems like a piece of shit. And like, I see what he's actually doing and virtue signaling this, that, blah, blah, another thing. But that's how the road to hell was paved in good intentions. And that's how he got away from it. Extra food is always a good thing. Yes, it is 100%. Tell no one, yes, except for the ones that you love. In case something happens to you, they know that you've done something to actually have something for them. But yes, all the signs. Okay, look, God's honest truth, the thing is, like, people talk about Hitler being the Antichrist. I don't think Hitler is the Antichrist. I think, hey, there's a good chance the Pope might be the Antichrist. But if you want to look at it, like, I don't think the Antichrist was, well, from where we live in the West, to me, Rome is to the east of me. But, and whatever, Obama did come from the east. But what I laugh about, if I was going to call out my understanding of the Antichrist that have come, you could talk Joseph Stalin, that's for sure. But more than anything, I think the three Antichrists, seriously, Bush, Clinton's, and Obama. I think those are the three Antichrists. It's me. I'm not saying I'm right. Middle East, da-da-da. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my thought of it. Why the fuck is my cell phone telling me it's not charging? Don't be a bitch. Charge. No, the Clintons, 100%. Seriously, yeah, and yeah. What I think is crazy is that I have nothing against Jews, nothing at all. I have a hell of a lot against fucking Zionists. The Zionists, they even admit they don't even believe in God, they don't believe in Christ, they don't believe in anything. They believe in wealth and perpetuating their own country. That's kind of disturbing, isn't it? They're willing to destroy and use all of us. All we are is goy. We're Gentiles. We're worth nothing to them. I'm telling you, people, we are nothing but pawns to them. No more, no less. And without us realizing that and doing something about it, I don't know that we deserve anything. I mean, of course we deserve anything. Our children don't deserve this. That we don't deserve this to happen. But if you're not going to wake up and fight, who are you? So, I think that's one of our biggest problems is it's so hard to wake up and fight because everybody around you will ridicule you and tell you you're a racist, you're anti-Semite, anti-this and this and that. And it's like, man, you don't even really know any real history or who what I'm trying to fight for, or that I'm actually trying to fight for the future of your children, this, that, or the other fucking thing. And that's hard. No, and that is one thing that, like, I thought about America for a while too. It's like, God, man, you just believe everything they're telling you, but we don't. We truly don't. Yeah, that's all we can do. All right, well, unless you guys got anything else, I think hitting about 2 hours, I think we did pretty good. What do you guys think? So if you guys got anything else you guys want to throw down on there really quick, or what do you guys think? Maybe call it a night? All right, well, I love you all you guys, and I'll try to start another live chat tomorrow, and we'll try to make this a regular thing. All right, I love you all. You are the resistance. God bless. Bye, guys. I love you all.